A local woman says she got a letter from the federal government giving her a few days to self-deport, but she was born and raised in
Here I
Massachusetts.
come to you to share with you about another immigration situation where this lady said was born and raised is an American citizen in Massachusetts, and of course she received a letter about self-deportation, and this lady is wondering where is it or where will she be going, because of course this woman says she was a citizen born and raised and grow in Massachusetts. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear some further or more of this reporter giving us some insight of what took place where this lady received an email pertaining to what the immigration authority sent to her in this immigration letter.
Boston 25 News reporter Daniel Coates is live in downtown Boston, where Daniel, the woman, is also an immigration attorney.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, the lady that received the email is an immigration attorney. So, of course, this reporter is going to break it down and give us some more insight pertaining to what really took place, where this lady is concerned, and the email she received pertaining self-deportation. And of course, I said before, and as you can hear in the news brief, this lady is a United States citizen. She was born and raised in the United States. And of course, she's saying, I don't know where to go. So we're going to take it here from the reporter himself.
Carrie, that's exactly right, which means that she gets emails from DHS all the time, but not quite like the one that she got on Friday.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, the reporter is going to break it down and make you see exactly what the email said pertaining to what this lady has received. And as I said before, they want her to be self-deported, and she's a born American citizen. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, them say she's also an attorney. So she's going to explain while the email first. This gentleman going to show you all what the email said, and then this lady will explain pertaining to the email that she has received, pertaining to self-deportation, and of course, this is from the Homeland Security. So here we go again once more.
Have it right here. Take a look at that first line. To Nicole, it says, it's time for you to leave the United States.
Well, I've never really seen.
Here you have it. He is showing you guys what the email has said. And of course, Nicole is the person who have received the email. And as I said before earlier, it's about self-deportation. So Nicole herself is going to explain to the reporter, based upon this email that she have received, to let everyone know where this immigration situation is concerned. And of course, email that she has received. And of course, again, once more, I said, she will be explaining it in her own words. Here we go, Miss Nicole.
Seen anything like this before.
Nicole Micharoni was wrapping up work Friday when she saw an email from Homeland Security. Nothing out of the ordinary for the immigration attorney.
There you have it, Miss Nicole explaining some of it. Guys, to you, where this email and self-deportation is concerned. So once again, we're going to hear as Miss Nicole have to say further on as this email concern.
This one turned out to be a little different. The email said that my parole status had been revoked and I had 7 days to leave the United States.
So here you have it, Miss Nicole explaining to us about her immigration status. And of course, she's a United States citizen. And if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, she received an email telling her that she got a self-deport from the United States, and they say she's a born citizen of the United States. She was born. So here she's explaining some more of what the email has said to her.
United States.
The problem, she was born in Massachusetts, raised in Sharon, and has never been.
Here you have it. She was born in Massachusetts, raised in Sharon, and that's what the news reporter is saying. And of course, telling you the experience that this lady has had, where an email is concerned that she has received, and she's an attorney at all. So ladies and gentlemen, this lady is just sharing her experience with the news media pertaining her email that she received, telling her that she got a self-report, and you can hear her explaining in this briefing with the reporter pertaining to her email. So here we go once more. Listen what the reporter have to say, ladies and gentlemen.
Paroled into the United States.
There was a mix of confusion, a little bit of laughter, and then a little bit of
As I hear Miss Nicole saying, it's a bit of laughter. And of course, when you can laugh over a situation, it's good. And laughter is good. But let's hope that this lady don't really get deported because, as I said, she's a United States citizen. So therefore, she would have nowhere to go out of the country to call home. But as I hear she said, it's a little bit of laughter. So of course, we can laugh at some things. And we'll get in further more information down in this one from Miss Nicole and the reporter. Here we go once more again.
concern.
The no reply email addressed to Nicole said it's time for her to leave the country, adding, again, DHS is terminating your parole.
Well, as I hear, they said DHS is terminating her parole. And of course, remember Miss Nicole said earlier on, they take it for a little bit of laughter. So let this one be a laughter for those who can laugh. And our sincere heart goes out for the one them who can't laugh at this time because the situation that they're in where immigration is concerned. And of course, the Donald Trump regime is real. And this is what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give us some more of Miss Nicole own version of this
Do
thing.
not attempt to remain in the United States. The federal government will find you. Please depart the United States immediately.
So I think it's really scary news to see.
But here you have Miss Nicole saying it is scary, so I don't know. First she was saying it was taken for laughter, and now she's talking about scary. But as I said before, if you have just joined in, please remember this is just truly Spring Garden one, and of course I'm bringing it live to you. This lady, Miss Nicole, have received an email that she have to self-report from the United States of America. So if you have never seen it before, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And it's just truly Spring Garden one. And then we're going back to hear from Miss Nicole herself what she have to say pertaining to this email. Thank you.
Pop up in anyone's email.
The Boston-based attorney said she's been in touch with DHS, who reportedly claimed it was a legitimate email that...
Hear Miss Nicole saying, ladies and gentlemen, it's a real email. So therefore, we're not taking this thing for a joke anymore, based upon Miss Nicole have been sharing. So once again, as I said before, if you have just joined in to this news briefing from His Truly Spring Garden one, of course, our attorney of law received an email pertaining to self-deportation, Miss Nicole, and of course, she's explaining to us here.
was intended to go to some, but ended up going to others it wasn't meant for.
They have to be careful about who they're sending messages to. They're spreading a lot of misinformation.
Well, here you have it. Miss Nicole is saying they have to be careful of what they're doing because it is said that the email was legitimate, but it's just that it didn't go to the right person who it was intended for. So, of course, email can go around because it's electronically sent out. So, therefore, you have people receiving email that is not even their email.
A lot of misinformation and fear.
It's been a busy few months at Cameron, Mitcheroni, and Sylvia LLC, working...
As Miss Nicole said, a lot of misinformation can go around. So, therefore, they got to be careful of what they're doing. Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
on asylum cases, immigration petitions, and more, while local international students have been detained by ICE.
There you have it once again. I'm sharing with you Miss Nicole and her situation where this email is concerned and self-deportation.
And had their visas suddenly revoked.
The first thing you need to do is talk to an immigration attorney.
Here Miss Nicole is saying if your visa has been revoked, you got to talk to an immigration attorney.
Trying to now spread awareness of these messages, fearing those vulnerable may take unnecessary.
There you have it. Miss Nicole is sharing with you guys. And I said thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share for your truly Spring Garden one. I will come into you with many more news pertaining to immigration.
Irreversible action.
I'm more concerned about everybody else that got the email, to be honest.